Hello, everyone.
I'm Jonathan Bisset.
I am receiving the
Mechanical and Aerospace Engineering.
And I'm the recipient of the MAE.
And I am the recipient of the MAE.
So my name is Ramsey Ramadhan, and I'm the recipient of the MAE Distinguished Leadership Award. I realized I liked understanding how things worked physically. That's kind of what brought me towards the mechanical engineering part of it. One of the most amazing features and parts of UB is all the clubs that are around. So ever since my first day on campus, I've been heavily involved with clubs. The first club I joined was the American Society of Mechanical Engineers Club on campus, but I also joined the international councils such as the Organization of Arab Students. And really, they were just an opportunity for me to get involved with people that had like-minded ideas and just have fun with them. I think one of the main things about being a leader is being a role model and someone your peers and teammates can look up to. So I'm trying to make the most of it even when things are looking down, and just really being there for them. So you're not someone, you're less of a manager and a boss and more of a peer or someone they can look up to and look for help. I was the project leader for the Solar Splash project in the American Society of Mechanical Engineers Club. I was elected the president of ASME for my junior year. That's been one of my most fulfilling experiences so far. Engineering Council Coordinator for the Student Association. I'm responsible for UB's 21 engineering clubs. I also organize UB Engineering Week. It culminates with Robot Wars on Friday, where clubs build 50-pound robots that destroy each other. There's just so much opportunity, and it helps you grow as an individual and as an engineer. So whenever there's an opportunity presented to you, make the very most of it.
Hello, my name is Kate Hudson, and I am the recipient of the MAE Diversity and Inclusion Award. I think that I really was not sure what I was getting myself into. Giving back and creating positive spaces for other people is something that actually helps me be more energized when I come to school the next day. OSTEM was actually finally set up as a essay club under the UB engineering umbrella for a while, which has been such a gift to work with Dr. Human in engineering, but we don't have nearly as many people who are in the sciences and mathematics and just tech, those sorts of things. So we really wanted to become an essay club to get our name out there a lot more. If we could attract other students from other majors and really kind of bring this into this family that we've been creating. I'm going back to school for a master's at UB after I graduate, but what I really want is to be able to come back and pass on my knowledge, get connected. That sort of connection with other people will only benefit you in the long run. For anyone of any particular interest, any identity, background, whatever, there is a community at UB for you. You are really just given a seat at the table and the chance to be yourself.
My name is vittorio, Arnie, and I am receiving the Young Professional Award this year. Engineering just presented itself as the perfect coupling between the sciences and the arts. My undergrad mentor was certainly an amazing resource for me, and Dr. Crescitis has been really supportive of the work that I've been doing for the past 3 to 4 years. I also had the chance to be working with some of the most brilliant people at NASA, and I not only learned a lot in terms of the technical aspects of engineering, but I also learned a lot about the practice of engineering. Where I am right now is completely different than where I thought I would be. I'm a lot more interested in autonomy and robotics and robotic exploration of the solar system. It's the future that I'm excited to be working for. I am not directly going to grad school because I want to first explore the industry. I accepted an offer just recently in the past few weeks with the Draper Lab, which is located in Cambridge, Massachusetts. And majority of their work, they're pretty famous for the Apollo guidance computer. And so it was a great place for me to start off my career. And I will be working there as a navigation algorithm designer. Embracing change, while it's really important and in fact necessary to have goals into the future, I noticed it's also important to recognize the opportunities that we haven't planned for and embrace them.
Hello, my name is Andrew Kegel, and I am receiving the Mechanical and Aerospace Engineering Humanitarian Award. Combining creativity with the applied math and sciences was really something that drew me. to the engineering field. To be able to work with all the different engineering disciplines and kind of put together a plan and optimize this engineering problem, and then also have feedback from people at NASA. They're critiquing your work as you're going along, and that experience was invaluable so far to my educational experience at UB. People who really care and are doing great things for the community are putting in the time to put on these great things. So that's really driven me to want to get involved. I was fortunate enough to spend a little over 2 years at the Museum of Science and Technology in Syracuse. I was afforded opportunities to volunteer with different events that were going on throughout the year. It was easy to step into a role where you were giving back and helping. On the actual 50th anniversary date of the moon landing, I was able to organize and host an event. These students competed against each other to simulate a moon landing. So they used their drone to land a little module onto a moon map, and then they used their Lego robot that they had programmed to navigate the moon map and perform different tasks. Try to get involved. You never know how your actions might impact someone. Any way you can get involved, I would just say yes to it and see where it takes you.
Hello everyone, my name is Anton Benoffski, and I am this year's recipient for the MAE Undergraduate Researcher Award. Growing up, I had a lot of conversations, especially with my grandma, about the space race, but from the Soviet Union side, and that got me really interested. I've been involved in 2 labs at the University of Buffalo. So one being the University of Buffalo Nanosatellite Lab with Dr. Casides, and the Combustion and Energy Transport Lab with Dr. Desjardins. So when I first joined the CET lab, I mentioned to the professor that I was interested in optics, and he allowed me to go ahead research into buying a whole spectrometer and buying a whole setup so that we could set up my experiment. So that was a lot of stress for me at first, trying to make sure I'm getting the right equipment. And what really stuck out to me was that a couple months later, once we finally finalized everything and once the spectrometer came in, I started recording my data, and I got the same data points that were in another research paper. And that was the best feeling I've ever had, that I was able to replicate data and it actually worked, and that everything is real, it's not just on paper. I just knew that I really like to do research. I really like learning new things. And a couple weeks ago, I made a decision to attend the University of Colorado at Boulder to pursue my PhD in aerospace engineering. 90% of everything you're going to do is going to fail. But that 10%, I think, is what makes up for all of that suffering. You don't need to be the smartest person in order to do research. You just really need to have the motivation and the willingness to learn. As long as you want to learn something, you're going to spend your free time looking it up, and you will be the most informed person in that room, even if you're not the smartest person, and you will contribute to a lot of things.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Bisset, and I'm receiving the Mechanical and Aerospace Engineering Department's Chairs Award. Being able to invent things is what got me into engineering. I think a lot of it really comes down to just being able to help people. There was a time when I was in India and I was getting off a bus, and I just saw this level of, polarity. On one hand, there were these really affluent hotels and buildings with marble staircases, and on the other hand, there were people who were in extreme poverty, living in the streets. And I thought, people have access to technology. Why can't it be used to help people and to lift people out of poverty? Getting into engineering, I was really interested in understanding how things work, and trying to leverage that to build new devices, to build affordable devices for people who really need it. Being able to see people grow and being able to act as a mentor to people, as others have done for me, I think that's really fulfilling. So after UB, I'm going to be attending the Massachusetts Institute of Technology in Boston, and I'm going to be pursuing a master's leading on to a PhD. And I'm going to be conducting research in the Global Engineering Lab.
Explore, take time to explore things that you're passionate about. Those things I think will lead you to not only great impact, but also fulfillment.
Hello, my name is Francine Battaglia, and I am the new MAE Department Chair. Congratulations having earned recognition as MAE Students of Excellence. You have shown that there is more to an education than simply taking classes. You have developed as engineers, researchers, leaders, humanitarians, and have embraced diversity and inclusion. You embody the qualities that are the pillars of UB. I look forward to seeing how you continue the legacy of other UB alum and carry the UB name proudly. Thank you for making MAE great, and I wish you well in your future endeavors.
Hey everyone, I want to take this opportunity to congratulate each of you on these significant awards that you've been selected for. You are the best of the best. Wish we could celebrate with you in person, but we wanted to honor you in this creative way. You've been part of what, in my opinion, has been for the last number of years the best department on campus in mechanical and aerospace engineering. So thank you for all you do. Thank you for your hard work. You guys are the best. So proud of you. Congratulations.